So people came for you really hard. And I said, a lot of that has to do with the expectation that people have of reality TV stars. They want us to tell y'all everything. So the only comparison I was making is that she doesn't get the luxury too high, especially not on a platform like Bravo, and especially when she herself has admittedly come for other people. Now, I don't feel in that way y'all are similar, but we know that you have taken a huge lashing from folks when it comes to
the crazy part about it is
goodness.
I don't know how much I can say.
I know. I feel like that sometimes too, for sure. Like you got to pick and choose.
Or anybody.
Yeah,
we want to stay on a good foot. But ultimately, God damn, I hate this.
You scared a lot.
I'm here now. Bye, y'all. Have a good night. No, for real. Like you said, it's in your contract. But what I will say is, it doesn't say there's no blueprint to what is supposed to be given on a reality show. There is no job description. There is no checklist.
That's true.
All I thought was that you come on and you be real, right? I was real about not being able to talk about my ex-husband on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Ask me all the questions you want outside of that platform. But I specifically agreed, foolish of me now, to think about it going back, but I was thinking I was protecting my child. My story has never changed. As much as they want to make me be a person that is of untruths, my story has never changed, because my story is not a story, it's my real life.
Right.
So, when it comes to being in the midst of a story, I feel like one of the reasons why I get the lashing is because there's a disconnect to what happened. There is. But the other reality to it is, I think people don't look at it, is that I was a supporting cast member, was not considered a main cast member. Mm-hmm. My job description is a little bit different. I'm supporting the other cast members. So, of course, I have to talk about other cast members because that's my job. Now, I think that we got kind of lost in... Which way you want me to look? Okay. We got lost in the storytelling because people wanted to know more about me. I wasn't aware of that. I wasn't aware that that was a thing, because another big moment is me and one of the stars of the show went through the same thing at the same time.
Right.
So you got a chance to get two people's sides of their divorce versus one person that can only speak about certain things. So it was more of a focus on, let's see where their story goes, and let's really kind of figure out how we can, tell hers in a certain way. But it was more so, and then everything that came back the next season overshadowed that, which was, now there's an issue between myself and one of the main cast members. So who thinking about a divorce then? Who thinking about what happened then? Who thinking about how Destiny healing then? Who thinking about how she's a single mama now? Who thinking about any of that? Nobody's thinking about that. So it's like, one of the things I would say about people is they always start at the end. They don't start in the beginning and follow the story. It's like, now we're here, and we didn't know anything about this, or we didn't get a chance to see this, but start at the beginning and then get to the end and see how we got here. And myself included.
I disagree there's a comment I disagree with, that you didn't show her grief, because I feel like you did show your grief. There's a lot of people that end up in divorce, like my sister, she ended up in divorce, having to start over. It's so hard. And that's why I was mentioning earlier, just starting to rebuild pieces of your life that you have put together with someone else. Even doesn't matter how long the time frame is, that's hard, and it's hard to share.
And that's the other thing that really pisses me off, when people say, well, we don't, you took too long. How you going to tell me how long it's supposed to take me to heal? How you going to tell me how long it's supposed to take me to be able to get to a place where I even understand? And it's like, where we talk about people in their story, emotionally, I was still as a mother, I went to my divorce. My baby was 6 months old. I'm still going through postpartum. Like, I don't even know what's left and what's damn right. On top of going through a divorce, in the midst of that, with COVID, on top of that, when COVID affected people, let's say I didn't even have any of that stuff going on. It was COVID going on. Mm-hmm. Let's just say that every person needs some mental help from experiencing COVID. Period. Yeah. And I experienced baby and going through a divorce during that same time. So it's just crazy. Like, people are like, well, she didn't tell, and we're owed her story and her life and everything. You know what? And all of that stuff. And it's like, dang, I don't have a problem with sharing. I promise you, people meet me, winter knows, and I'll say everything. And you will be like, what? That is really what? No, what, like, for real? And you ain't said, wow.
You know, I think that's interesting. People often ask when I interview and things like that, what I think about you guys from Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I said, I can't speak for anyone else, but the first two people I met from Love and Marriage Huntsville were you and Tisha. And I said, we had a good old time. So I cannot go off of what is on the show, because you and I both know that there's so much that people don't see. And y'all know I took a lashing. So sometimes I often feel like fans don't know what they really want. They ask for our reality, and then when we give it to them, it's like, well, we got tired of hearing.
You damn right I am. Why wouldn't I be? All the shit I went through, I was angry. I was short-tempered. I was all of that. Yep. And who ain't human? Y'all want me to give you a fake reaction because I'm on reality TV, because that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be in an etiquette class on TV.
Thank you for buying a badge, Mahogany. But I think
down,
it's
girl.
kind of frustrating.
Sorry.
I listen, kind of giving a whole full nose instruction. But the nose is nosing.
Who is Clem Hayes? Clem Hayes, just say you want to talk to me, girl. I mean, you said I didn't show that, girl. I don't know what that is. I said a hot girl summer. I also said on Richie Sky's interview that I was looking for myself. I was trying to find the girl that I once was before I was married and had a baby. And I was like, I'm talking about hot girl summers and all that. And that girl don't even exist anymore. She is gone. Right. I'm a whole mama. I'm a whole public figure. I'm a whole businesswoman. I'm a whole divorcee. Like, all of this has happened. So when I was looking for or trying to find that person that I was and walk in that same space, I came to the conclusion that she no longer exists. And that took a moment.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. Caressa, I like your comment. Caressa actually is former Miss America, y'all. But I love her comment. She said, let's just say she didn't show it. Some people are trauma shocked and don't shed tears. They hide inside themselves and process. Has she been a mess? She's been judged for that.
She about to make me cry.
And let me just
trauma
say,
shock.
Yeah, please.
I actually love that. I love that comment because it's so true. And I think that's kind of the unfortunate part of being in reality TV. People don't understand. We do not get a script. This is our real lives. We do not get an option to take the day off. I've taken a lot of flack for seemingly laughing or smiling during scenes. People don't understand. That's honestly how I process my anxiety in moments, because I really am not a person that loves conflict. I really
and
don't.
I'm the same way. I don't like mess. No, I don't like conflict. But if you bring it to me, you ready for the fire. If you're going to bring the fire to me, be ready to get burned. I don't bother people. I don't start shit. But I don't like it being brought to me. And people think that you're not supposed to address it. And then they want to tell you how you should address it. It's like, what?
Girl, and I saw you digging deep during that party when they was coming in. You dug real deep not to blow up. Girl, when they was...
And what people didn't know is that I sat in the office with my attorneys that morning fighting stuff that my ex-husband was throwing at me. I didn't even want to come to that scene. People like, you look like you didn't want to be there that season. It was a lot of stuff going on. Of course I didn't want to be there.
Right.
Yeah, our real life don't stop, y'all. Like, I'm telling you, I can relate, because they might not have been able to capture a lot of Destiny's transition going through a divorce because of the NDA and the things that were in place. I didn't have an NDA. So there were things that they were able to capture and things that I was going through real time that was, I thought some days I was going to pull my hair out. And there were some scenes where I was just like, I told Monique, and she's like, when I want you to be able to finish telling your story. But I was telling her, I said, I ain't got it in me. I ain't got it in me. I was like, I am stressed out. This is added fuel to the fire. You know, I was beefing with a lot of my castmates at the time who didn't have full context over what I was really dealing with. And when you're dealing with a contentious divorce, y'all, it is mentally, emotionally, and spiritually draining. And sometimes it takes a toll on your physical health, which it did for me. I can't speak for Destiny. It was a lot. It was expensive. I was fighting over past.
Were you aware? Were you aware that he was going to be there at the retreat thing? Were you aware he was?
I found out en route to that past trip.
And that was a gift that you even found out en route.
En route.
A lot of time we don't even get that much time.
En route.
Really?
No, we don't. And I have to thank.
Oh, so it didn't even come from production.
Monique said he might be there. Just want to make sure you're prepared. And when she said I might, I said, oh no, it ain't no might. I'm about to walk in this, and he's going to be there at some point. So when I tell y'all to hold my composure, and all y'all got was a song instead of him getting cut smooth out with all that foolishness he was doing.
Get my divorce.